right. We got sound. We got picture. We got light. We got some action. Machiwa. Let me close some windows. This is going to be awesome, you guys. I'm so grateful for you. The Guardians are grateful to you. All right. Machiwa. This shall be great realization within yourself when you understand the multiverse. Yes, more than one universe. But interesting how the word universe has the word one, uni, one. So universe is a large consciousness and we're part of that consciousness, and we learn about the different levels of dimension and form and that exist within the multiverse. And so for those of you who are mostly just into science, well, you can appreciate the physics part. That's part of the explanation of what a multiverse is. You have to talk a little bit about the energy and then there's the spiritual side. So the point of view of this is related to consciousness. This is related to God, and you could say it's kind of like it is a macrocosm of what's inside our Templar, our body. Okay, so we access it. We access the multiverse. Sure, you can do it through spaceships going through gates and portals, but you can also access it through consciousness. I love you, Holy Ones. Thank you for being here on this live, as tonight we talk about the universe. Yeah. Machiwa to all of you. Much respect. Before I forget, let me put on my amber. And one of the things I would like to suggest for those of you who are interested in spirituality, get some crystals, homies. What's up? And literally do kind of like what me and Starman did, or anyone does. Go to a shop, go to a show, so you can actually touch the crystals. And you will find that maybe you like a certain color, but you will start feeling the energies, and you'll connect with one that's kind of a surprise to you. So, excuse me, we're all healing, and so this is energy, this consciousness, this information. This is healing, but it also empowers you when you realize what you are, what the universe is that you live in. Yeah, we got a lot to learn just about our planet, but we start talking about the solar system, the galaxy, and then the universe. Well, that's most people think about. But obviously, even those in the quantum physics, physics or string theory, or people are into wormholes and black holes, white holes, and parallel universes. Okay, there's an interest on both sides. Please realize that, because the spiritual people are learning about the multiverse because it's part of consciousness. And people are into, or at least knowledgeable about chakra, which is levels. And we go further in innerchristos, Ashiana Dean, we go through innerchristos, Guardians, Law of One, and we learn this sacred, you would say, anatomy. So, and it's beautiful, and I'm so honored to be with you guys tonight. Let me say hello. This is a live broadcast. Thank you for being here on my live vatos. Marilyn, sister. Much respect, sister. Yeah. Much love, Machiwa. Voyager, greeting, brother. Yeah. All right. Mokuya. Yeah, Kelly, Machiwa, everyone. Thank you for your positive energy. Matsutas. Alvius Josie 15. Yeah. Peace. Yeah. Marilyn, What's up, Talia Mirza? I've heard of, yeah, we've talked a little bit about Ishmael Perez. Connor Sites Bowen. Knoxville. All right. That's awesome, brother. Good job. You do have those blessings with you. One love. You said it, sister. John Wood. Appreciate you for being here. We're all putting our consciousness here. We're all part of this multiverse. We're going to learn that identity level of yourself. Holy One says, I'm Kevin. Krista Marie Machiwa. Greetings, Holy Ones. Gabriel Walls. Yo! What's up? James Hardy. Yes, you are back. Love and light. Nikki, sorry. Yes, you made it to this live right now. I know, because think about it. We're talking about these physics, or this concepts of multiverse. Well, we're think about it. We're on different time zones, some of us, different parts of the planet, but it doesn't matter, right? Because we're in the now. We're in the now here. Who cares about the time zone? Because there is no, we're connected. It looks like space, separation. What's that? That's the opposite of what the truth. The truth is, you're not separated, Holy One. And think about it. If we're all connected, we're all unity. We're all united. We're one. Just like our sister said, one love, one consciousness, one spirit. And you will see how we talk about it as being frequencies of vibration. So we won't talk too much beyond these energies, because beyond that is the Ascended Masters. But tonight we'll talk about this matrix. It's a matrix of this is a hologram. I just say it, right? This is a hologram of matter. And when we say hologram of matter, well, that's where those dimensions come into play. These are frequencies, and just think of them all as different speeds, each one. So the higher you go in these dimensions and these frequencies, okay, the higher you go, the more consciousness, the more energy, the more identity. And that's what this time matrix is. Okay? And then you take this time matrix and make a copy of it. And you get the opposite, the polarized version, you could say. This is the particle universe that we're in, and this is the antiparticle universe that's simultaneously existing. It's in a phase of what the Guardians call particle phasing, and that's because that's a fission, a fusion. Now, there's two concepts we're going to talk about tonight, since we're talking about this multiverse and a copy of it, the multiverse. So we're in plural multiverses. So anyways, we have the parallel and this is the particle and the parallel. So you have where we're in, and there's a doppelganger of you. A doppelganger of everything from here. Remember, it's like a different energy in its own matrix. So there's actually, you coexist, you bilocate literally into two different parts. Which, you think about this, you take those two parts and unify them into the whole. And so you as a being with 24-strand DNA, 12 here, 12 here. Okay, this is Christ, and this is double Christ, homies. What's up, vatos? Christ 2.0. So we got more energy coming in when you come together, eventually. So now we have this effect going on simultaneously. You guys think about this. Kind of like how 3D glasses work. Red, blue. But together you see the normal picture. But they're intermeshed. They're intermeshed when you look through them together. And so these particle and antiparticle you know, our worlds, our dimensions, and their antimatter dimensions, parallel dimensions. Well, that's a lot of DNA, man, of consciousness. And so we don't want to complicate it too much, but we did mention the parallel universe in the title of the video. So we're going to be going over that as well. So please watch this video to the as long as you can to the end, because we teach a lot about this, and it's part of your spiritual journey. So, and those who are like the science side only, well, this is like, you know, going into like Tesla and beyond, you know? So, Machiwa. Because our scientists are only into that carbon matter universe. That's such a small piece of the pie, holy ones. What's up? I don't know how I did it. I think I put accidentally 2 portions of honey. So it's super sweet. I'm like, dude, are you serious? I must have forgot that I did it while I'm getting the spoon and the tea bag. And what? And I put more. I don't want it that sweet. Okay, rub your palm chakra together. Come on, rub your palm chakras together. Chaima. Hold them apart. You should feel Machiwa. This is part of the multiverse. Just like this is dimensions, the chakras connect you to the actual dimensions. And you as a conscious being, learning this stuff, are starting to activate the higher consciousness than 3D. Everything higher than this 3D consciousness. So you go beyond into the heart, into the throat, into the third eye. This is the multiverse. This is part of the multiverse. You keep going. Into the crown, into the thymus. I mean, you guys, I don't want to confuse you, but the truth of the matter is, you know, it's not exactly like this. You know, because it's hard to make a diagram of part of the fact is the density matters. We haven't explained those yet, right? But the different density universes. I forgot my train of thought, but since I mentioned density matter, we have these carbon. Oh, we were talking about carbon, and so beyond the carbon is partially etheric. So carbon etheric, and then evolve into etheric, like it's crystalline, crystal body. Like, well, it's not the crystal body like the morphogenetic field I'm saying, but you're made of crystal silicate, and then you become a more refined, a more higher evolved. I think I was going like this, right? Machiwa. Oh, sorry, sometimes I start experiencing these, like, what do you call, out of the, you know, out of this world type of feelings, you know? I'm like tripping out because something's going through the energy. So, but anyways, the density universes are very important to understand, because most people on the planet are just stuck in the Matrix. It's like this movie, The Matrix. Neo, before he followed the White Rabbit, before he started listening to Morpheus, Neo was stuck in the Matrix. You're stuck in the Matrix, many people are. So we're coming out of the Matrix. We're coming into the realization that it's not exactly like the movie, but it is a hologram world. Like a projection. But it goes beyond that. It's a projection of consciousness. So there's a whole bunch of, you would call them eternal gestalts of consciousness, who are these collectives, massive, colossal collectives, right? And these collectives, this blob of consciousness, Mochiwa. I'm just starting to see something like this, man. It's a trap. You would say they project themselves into this holograms. These giant collectives are projecting into holograms. Their thoughts, like a group mind, like a group thought, a collective thought. It's like nowadays we have 1,000 followers, 5,000 followers, right? You have thousands of your own self in your own consciousness in all these different versions, selves. You are this being, man. This really is a matter of expanding your awareness on each dimension. Each dimension is another awareness, a greater. See, look, it's getting more energy, more matter. Actually, it's less matter, like atoms. Less atoms is like ghost light, until there's no more ghost even. You don't see it with these eyes. Anyways, you will see this higher density. So part of spirituality is understanding density. Most New Agers have no idea or concept. Hollywood doesn't have a clue either. Everything's done in carbon matter. The movies are made in carbon matter. Our stories are in only carbon matter. And generally speaking, of course not everything, but most people on the planet see realities and imaginations and stories from a carbon matter point of view. But there's carbon crystal. There's crystal silicate. There's beings that are called liquid light. There's beings that are considered like these. Each one's a greater collective. But then you become these beings of light, different wave colors of light, called the blue flame, the gold flame, the violet flame. And you were all coming from that, which is coming from the Ascended Masters. So the multiverse is what these spiritual beings called Ascended Masters are projecting in a hologram. So it's like, that's one of the things I forgot. It's like, I remember one of the things I forgot. It's like, you have 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 followers. Well, you have that many beings. See, I did it again. Next time I'm just going to spit it out. Yeah, but the energy is strong, and then there's like things going on in the higher fields out here. So, but this is galactic, man. And you go beyond into the galactic consciousness. First you have like a planet consciousness, and then you have like a galactic, galaxy consciousness, the galactic consciousness. Then you have a universal consciousness, and eventually you have this cosmic consciousness. And these are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Look at the bigger consciousness, more energy. We don't call it more valuable, more, it's not the value. It's the amount of data on your hard drive. How you went from kilobytes to megabytes, and then jumped to gigabytes, and now you guys are going into terabytes and beyond. Much more package. So it's not one's, that's the word, intrinsically. One's not intrinsically better than the other. All are God. Remember the union thing. Everything is united. That was one of the other things I forgot. So we're actually literally connected when you go beyond the subatomic, when you go beyond the quantum, beyond the quark. Okay? That's what this freaking hologram is. It's beyond your quark. Okay? Because it goes into the particle physics elements. Particles. Particles. If we get disconnected. The Matrix glitch. As the viewers are at 3-3. Yeah. Machiwa matatachachichit. Super Merlin, yes. So, The Matrix. Have you seen The Matrix? We're gonna get it back. Okay, put intention. Connection. Connected. We are connected. We are connected. Know it, and so it shall be. They interfere. They don't want you to hear this information. Yes, the Matrix is glitching. Christina! We lost like 15 of you. Darn. Welcome back, Vatos! Yeah, the diehards. The diehards. I love you guys. You're cool. You're awesome. We got it going on, baby. So the multiverse, right? You go out into this matter form, into greater form. And we have the particle and the antiparticle because of the fission. When it goes into fission, these particle units, which are beyond the quark, smaller than quark, they go into fission. They separate from what the original particle is called antimatter. So the antimatter separates into the particle universe, into the parallel universe, and the fission and fusion process is making it one flash on, flash off, flash on, flash off, flash on, flash off, flash on. So you're flashing on and off. Your particle, oh, your antiparticle. Oh, your particle, your antiparticle. And they come together. Fusion. And they do it again. Fission. I got used to the word fission. Then it goes fission. So this is explanation, or you can't explain this, the parallel universe, without realizing what's going on. Because this is see, it's kind of like the particle units themselves, they coalesce or group together to form these strands. And now here we go again, the connection, sorry. The strands form together into more complexity to become these, you would say, like fabric. Like the strands become like a fabric of sorts. You could say, well, they call it a grid. So you have this, a bunch of tiny little particles, and they group together to become a strand. And the strands are grouping together to become like a substance, what you would call energy substance. And this energy substance is what we call is from those groupings called a particle grid. So now the grids become into something like more sophisticated. It's kind of like that is the framework right there. That's the framework. And then like paper mache, you're going to add pieces to the framework, add pieces to the framework, and that's what you call chelons. The chelons are like sacred geometries that these particle grids are creating. The substance is creating the particle grids, and these the chelons, and then the chelons, you would say it's kind of like in chemistry how they say, these things group together to become molecules, and those group together. It's the cells in biology. Well, this is the same thing. The on the frame of the particle grids that create, it's like is these chelons that group together become these. This is the final part. These chelons, sacred geometries, become the chelon units. And the chelon units is what you call your morphogenetic field, or your crystal body. That is what your crystal body is. Which is what? Under quark, under your physics, under your science. Your crystal body, which is under the matrix. It's all a matrix, you guys. It's all within the hologram. All these dimensions are in the hologram. And so it has a physics. And the particles are this antimatter that goes through fission, comes together into fusion, does it again. It's perpetual. And this is a harmonics, sets of 3 harmonics, density 5 at the top, dimensions 15, 14, 13. Next density is the, and that one at the top is the antimatter. Okay? And it's called the antimatter density universe. You can call it antimatter holographic universe because it's reference to the hologram. So we explain and expand the idea that physical reality becomes less and less dense, less atoms, literally. It becomes less of a form until Ashiana Dean, the teacher, the guardians who are bringing this information, she talks about, I've heard her say several times that by the time you get to the 7th dimension, after the 7th dimension, you no longer have a body. You become like pure consciousness, and you evolve at those levels. But it's kind of like strange because, you know, they call densities all the way up, but these become different forms. They go from like a densification. That's maybe a better idea to understand. Densification, we call density, not just carbon matter. That's way down at the bottom, the heaviest, the most solid. And you become, so the more that you evolve, which in our 3D mind, because we're in the 3rd dimension, we think we're the real beings. And some spirit, which has like a ghost-like, right? You see through its density matter. You see through its form because it's a more refined body. Until you get to a point where it's so refined, you don't see a body. It's in the, like this energy substance. And so it's all energy. It's all energy substance, but densified, progressive like levels of itself. And this densification process is part of your understanding of the multiverse and part of your understanding of this. It's, the Guardians call it the 15th dimensional time matrix. Okay, and which is what? A reflection of consciousness, levels of consciousness, which we learn here is levels of energy. Energy is consciousness, consciousness is energy. They're both the same. So when you feel energy, and like when you're activating chakra, and you're doing the visualizations, we teach this in Christos Avatar. Please become a member. You can find some of these techniques, and we can do these things together. And you put this in your mind, the star, in a certain color, in your 3rd eye, and you learn to use breath, and you learn to move it down, to push this symbol down in your visual, in your energy, in your consciousness. And you're going to bring it down to the earth. And we have step-by-step things that you do in your mind, in your eye. And you are, this is a group of us doing this. You're part of this group, Holy Ones. You're Indigo Child, your guardian. We're an Emerald Covenant, Holy Ones. We're in the human DNA. We're coming from the Blue Flame. That's what Indigo Children are. Hello. We're bringing this record and these teachings and this energy and this consciousness, which is the same, energy, consciousness. So we're bringing that in so others can now have it available. Because if it's not in the Earth's morphogenic field, because the indigos, aren't always here, we come during Ascension. Right now it's Ascension. There's 2 Ascension cycles in a planetary cycle, A planetary cycle is called an Nuego cycle. It's 26,556 years. That's what Earth does when she goes through Dimension 1. Dimension 1, so 1/3 of that, she'll go through Dimension 1. 2/3 of that, she'll be finished with Dimension 2, and she's supposed to go to the end of Dimension 3. That's what we're at the end of. And I say end, but it's the planetary end. So a planetary cycle is much greater than our lifetime. So you would say thousands of years still. this cycle is supposed to continue on a natural path. If it stays on a natural path, things are supposed to happen maybe before that natural ascension. So there's manipulation done. There's mechanics that are you would want to learn to understand, but there's a lot of drama here, and that's not the main topic of today's video. But just realize that this multiverse thing, well, it's also something we haven't mentioned yet, is the phantom side. That's not natural. That's unnatural because of fallen consciousness. You would say like a byproduct of a reverse, a matrix. When you literally become reverse in your consciousness, anger, hatred, reverse. You're going reverse in your consciousness. You're going against life. You're going against light. We represent light. That's our code. Emerald Covenant, Holy Blue Flame. What's up, Elohai? Holy Elohai. Mokoye. See those felines. Mochiwa. Those Lyrans. We all came out of Lyra. But when you say Lyran, you refer to the feline race that came out of it. I mean, that represented. I mean, the ones that stayed. Because the reptilians left Vega. You wouldn't say all of them, of course, but you would say that's the one planet that didn't get destroyed. So they left, though, and went to Orion. The dark ones, there was gold flame light ones. Of course. And we're not just talking about reptilians. We're talking about dinosaur type of DNA and insectoid DNA. And for some reason, the Guardians put separately the praying mantis, the mantis beings separately. I don't know why it's an insectoid, right? But so we have those races, and the avians as well, bird people. We're the cat people. So that's the explanation of blue flame, gold flame. But then you have the violet flame races, and this is mostly like, I would say, all of the fish stuff, all of the water stuff, like dolphins and whales, come out of this race. And also the, like, you would say, mythical beings like the Pegasus. These beings are part of the DNA, and sometimes when you see depictions of gods in our stories, like why in our planet, we have some language called Egyptian hieroglyphs, and they're showing these gods with animal heads. Why? You realize that these beings, these aliens, ETs, ancient aliens, well, they're being represented in those hieroglyphs. And even the Guardians, they're the ones that had the elongated heads. These are beings from Sirius. That's where indigo children are come from. Did Jeshua have this elongated head? No. But realize these beings there's different DNA. Literally, there's different star seeds. That's why you guys realize within the Galactic Alliance, I said it wrong. Let me correct myself. We're getting conditioned, Vatos. Don't allow it, okay? Correct yourself. Guardians. So that's an easy word. Because there's something else. Okay, Guardian Alliance. So we're talking about Guardian Alliance, not Galactic Federation. So Guardian Alliance, Blue Flame, Holy Elohai, Cat People. At these levels, they're called feline hominids, like the people, and with blue skin. And I know it sounds dumb or ludicrous to you guys when you see me put the Avatar people, but this is like an idea of what you'll see, and these beings are, the 12th dimensional, where there is no darkness, what we call Christ consciousness, and the Guardians speak this Lyran Anuhazi language, and they spell it with a K, Christ. Some people might spell that with an I spell it with a Y. and K-R-Y-S-T, Christ. I resonate with that. I see K-R-I-S-T, I don't feel something. I mean, I don't feel, I don't know, I don't like, there's, what? No, K-R-Y-S-T, Machiwa. So, and we learn about this 12-dimensional consciousness, which is a big part of the multiverse, right? But like that. But remember, there's 3 more dimensions. There's 15 dimensions. So the human's DNA only goes up to there. So just remember, your indigo child, you got these lives, and you got the particle universe, or the anti-particle, the parallel lives. And so that's why some of you are sporting like 24-strand DNA, up to 36-strand DNA, up to 48-strand like Jeshua Sananda Melchizedek. And you guys, out of all respect for anyone's religions, we say Jeshua. That's what the Guardians say, and there's a whole different meaning if you use the Y. Yeshua. This is not the same as Jeshua. So realize we'll talk about the 3 Christs. Obviously, only one of those, Jesus, actually. It should be called the 3 Jesus. But anyways, because the 3 Christs will be explained, and that obviously there's 2 fake ones out of the 3. One was a master 12-strand avatar. The other one was not. It was only a 9-strand. I don't even know what the third one was. I can't remember. I don't actually think it's that important, but just realize there's a third one who was just used for the crucifixion. And so this is we talk about stargates, and these dimensions have passageways. You go through the gate to get to that other reality, and these beings, aliens, angels, are coming through these gates. They'll use consciousness, a vehicle of light, or they'll use UFO, whichever. They're going to come through these gates. Okay, they're much more evolved than us. They're time traveling like it's nothing. Let's go travel. You're time traveling. You're going through gates. These Shivastu go through Chivas. You actually don't travel anywhere. It's all an illusion, but that's the whole point of the hologram that was created. The whole point is to go, so realize that. You guys know that it's a hologram. You know the multiverse is not real. You know it's like a simulation. You agreed to it. You were aware of it. Like the movie, this Total Recall, the guy knew what he was doing. He went into the machine to project his consciousness into another world. Like same thing with Tom Cruise and Vanilla Sky. He's having his consciousness project into a virtual world. You're not the virtual part. Well, you are. It's technically not accurate. You are the virtual part too. But you're a projection. All of these 15-dimensional multiverse is a projection of these beings. These ascended masters are the ones sitting in the chair, but they're doing it collectively. A whole bunch of them, like a World of Warcraft server. I don't know how many thousands of people are on one server, but you're a collective. Let's go play a game. Let's go to the hologram where the Melchizedek ascended masters. Let's go to that hologram. Okay, let's all sit in the chairs. Project your consciousness. This is a free will system. Do you agree? Blue Flame, Elohai. I agree. Well, they're the Emerald Order. Gold Flame, do you agree? Holy Ones. Reptilians, Avians, Mantis, Avians. Yes, we agree. Do you agree, Violet Flame races? Yes, we agree. Okay, Emerald Covenant. We all agreed. Hello. There is original intention here. The Emerald Covenant and the Ascended Masters, I would say the Solar Rishi, the Lyran word that usually Ashana uses is Brenua, the Brenois, I prefer, honestly, I feel more resonance to the other word that she said many times, solar rishi, or just rishi. So I prefer solar rishi because in my mind I see the visual, I see the thermoplasm. So I've seen these beings, man, in my. It's so freaking weird because before I knew this connection, that like, what the hell? Like, since I know some of the Guardian material, I'm like, what density is that? Like, what is that being from? What level? You guys have to figure that out. That's why we learn this stuff. It was like a Rishi, man. It was freaking crazy. It was like, because I've seen them 3 times, and 3 separate. So that's like, not, this a coincidence. So I mean, it starts to become more of a, hey, I took this medicine. I took this sacred medicine, and the beloved showed me this 3 times. Okay? So that's when you understand inside your heart. Okay? In your gratitude, in your humility, you understand inside your heart that you're part of this. These freaking glorious beings, how could I see them? How could I vibrate enough to experience them, man? Unless it was in my DNA. So I'm telling you this because for you guys to know for yourselves, you're seeing this stuff because you're part of it, literally. And we all have this great potential. It's a matter of awakening, honey. It's just, hey, go on a spiritual path. What are you waiting for? You're part of these glorious vatos up here, familia for real. Okay, we talk about that consciousness of the multiverse. Apparently, a parallel multiverse and a shadow verse. Okay, that's a multiverse. So, I'm honored, and I know some of you. I know personally through this social media. We're realizing that we're part of these glorious emerald. Remember, there's many races. There's 10 million star leagues in the Guardian Alliance alone. 10 million. There's a lot of ET starseeds in the house. I mean, while we say, hey, the multiverse, the universe is not centered around Earth. However, Earth is very, very important planet. Realize Earth also has higher selves, also has parallel selves. So not only, there's another concept to learn also. You have Earth, you have parallel Earth, now we have an inner Earth. It's not being used for Ascension anymore, but it still exists. It's still populated, okay? And then we also have Phantom Earth. Because, the different matrices and the inner Earth. So now this is learning about who you are, learning about what God is, learning about the multiverse is about. So it's all harmonics. Literally, you have a bass tone, a resonant tone. Well, those two create a third tone together, right? You mix 2 tones. Whoa, what a concept! They become a third tone called a resonant tone. So that's what a density matter is. Carbon matter is like that. You have a bass tone, first dimension, overtone, second dimension, resonant tone. We're in the resonant tone about those, but then you're going to jump to the bass tone of the density 2. That's basically where inner Earth is. Then you're going to get to the 5th dimension. You'll be in Tara by then, and then you're going to get to the angelic level in density 1 or 2. I mean, so and then you go into the Gaia drama, and then into the Avatar level. Okay, so we're little babies down here, man. So, but we're awakening. We're going through this spiritual awakening, and we're learning all this guardian knowledge. Because it empowers us. Okay, it heals us. This is real cold, real code, Vatos. This is the real deal. I've studied other stuff. We all don't know better sometimes when we first start. I was in the occult. I was into Egyptian gods. I was into Thoth. I was watching all that stuff, trying stuff. I read something about Ashiana's daughter talking about how her mom used to do that stuff. Okay, so we are like learning how to become awakened, and eventually, when you put the intention there to follow a light path of light, man, you're gonna have things open up to you. It's not a joke. You will have assistance. It's like these higher beings, the guardians, will not impose on your free will. Think of it kind of like, unless you put the intention and ask for it, it's kind of like the prime directive. They're not gonna initiate because you have free will. That could impose on your free will. If you didn't want to see aliens from another reality, maybe you're not ready. So they're not going to go against your free will. Unless you put the intention, like a prayer or whatever, connect to the Elohai, connect to the Seraphi, connect to the Brahmarama, they're called, Violet Flame. So that's not another, outside spirit. That's you at the highest level. You can call, the highest of the matrix, the multiverse, but realize that's still not the highest. You still have to go through a few more levels. So tonight is about this level, the hologram level. Our reality is a hologram. The multiverse is a hologram. Everything in here. So that means the parallel universe is a hologram. This dark version of God called the Phantom Universe is a virtual simulation too. It's all simulations. Until you get out of it. Not like you didn't know about it. Not like someone made you do it. You're an ascended master that's in bliss mode, dude. You're just like having all these virtual reality experiences in your brain at once. Imagine that type of reality, existence. You're having quadrillions of experiences at once, like much greater you can imagine than a quantum supercomputer. Something greater than what we can possibly ever think of. I mean, I put my mind in those visualizations. I think it's important, to see these freaking God worlds, to visualize a concept, keep thinking about it, keep seeing it in your mind until you digest, and it's like gnosis. You get the knowledge within you, but not if you don't put it in your thoughts, in your intentions, in your prayers, communications. Starts with intention. It starts with being awake. You're asleep, you're not thinking about spiritual worlds. You're not going to even bring anything like that to you until you think it. Same with communicating to guardians. They're not going to go against your free will. You have to reach to them. So first you have to become aware of them. And realize that you think in spirits, they're actually multi-dimensional, multi-density extraterrestrial beings. This concept, come on guys, let's get out of this ideas from religion. It's alien races that are densified. Different densities. Different frequencies and bandwidth, holy ones. And so, this is like a big ordeal that we're in. And that's why a lot of you starseeds are coming here. A lot of people, I didn't finish that idea. We're not the center of the universe, but we're certainly an important place, and that's why so many Vatos are helping. So many holy guardian races. When you say guardian races, Just realize that implies service to others. That implies service to light. The original intention of God. That which is within, outside the holograms. Okay? There is no darkness in the holograms. Outside the holograms. It's only possible here, and that's why it's so trippy for us to understand that you're a liar. People said that. I'm a liar. Because I say God has darkness in it. So I break it down as a creator and its creations. Just like you're the brain, so to speak, who has all these thoughts and ideas, opinions, and all those thoughts are you. God is doing the same thing with all of us in a hologram. God is the Ascended Masters, and those Ascended Masters are projecting themselves collectively like an MMORPG, like World of Warcraft. They all say, okay, let's go play this game online. Okay, all at once, different servers in the World of Warcraft, hologram. We'll go to this Melchizedek hologram. What's up, homies? This is a Melchizedek thing. So the Melchizedeks created this, and we're now projected into these levels. So there's some cool shit in our reality. Excuse me. You can travel, go to other realities, see some alien vatos, and change into ghost-like body that never dies. And then if you don't have a body, and you just pure consciousness, man. Totally free, no body. You just, the concept of walking, looking, sleeping, all those concepts, there's no body, no death, and you're pure energy and consciousness. Whoa, what do you do? How do you operate? What kind of, what? That's where you come in with your experiments, with your mind. Spend some time alone in an altered state. If you don't want to use medicine, just do it through meditation and breath work. That's a prana will get you high, you could say. Hello, it's not new age, it's ancient knowledge. You don't have to be in the Guardians to activate chakra. You can go to the bookstore and get a book on chakra. Most of the new age stuff I'm careful of. You gotta have discernment. I shouldn't just throw that advice out there, I'm sorry, but because there is some distortions in some of these, even like when we're not judging these any type of religions or beliefs. I am like trying to gently help you to realize that there's distortions even in these sacred holy books and religions. Like most people would never think of it's called a holy book. There's nothing wrong with it. And so we're not like yelling at you and telling you how horrible you are like the religions do, right? That's a distortion. That's your red flag. That's your clue. That's your hint. So, and I will get better myself. I know sometimes I get like, I'm not perfect, and I want to be closer and closer to it. That's what going on a spiritual journey is. You become your highest version by doing that shadow work. The earth seeds, that's their consciousness. While we come and raise the consciousness, us personally are affected by the 3D consciousness. We're high vibe beings, man. And it's like, we worked hard. We lived all those lives already. So we're gonna like, we love being pure. We love being this light. That is who we are. But we love so much. We love so much. We're going to come and help those humans. They won't say it like that, me, no. They're going to come and guide. They call Wayshower, Trailblazer. If the Indigos had a chance, you know, I'm talking about all these kids who are put on, you know, disempowered. If they weren't disempowered, man, you would have a totally different society. But they're not. The Dark Ones don't want that coming out. You could say to them, we're an enemy to them. Because we're the opposite of their agendas, right? So, oh, it's those pesky guardians again. Get rid of them. We've dealt with that. I've heard Ashiana on more than one occasion talk about how they've taken over before, and that the Guardians had to actually self-destruct those crystal cities because they took over and were coming in, and they literally had to self-destruct, so they couldn't take him. That's how hardcore a Guardian of Light is. You could say, we're the boots on the ground. We're not doing that. It's there's UFOs and spaceships doing their war. We're at this level, in this consciousness. You got to realize some of you, are very protected. You better believe there's a spiritual war, probably stuff happening around you. You don't perceive all of that higher stuff. They're battling it out. It's an angelic war, archangelic war. It's an avatar war. It is unfortunate there are some dark beings that abuse their consciousness and powers and affected, harmed, hurt other beings. We don't understand our brethren, sisters. What are you doing? It's a pain. It's a confusion. So, part of this Emerald Covenant is a promise. The Emerald Covenant promises that all consciousness will return back to source. That means there will be singularity events all the way up. Okay, and I've heard whistleblowers come out, super soldiers, whatever, and more than one source, right? Say that these powerful people using these, I mean, come on, they put it in movies with like Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. They have these projects where they're able to travel through time. It's called it has to do with the helmet. It has to do with the chair. It has to do with the ability to use electromagnetism, or they're using these technologies to time travel, and they can see they went into the future, and many different people went to the future and all saw the same thing. And what they describe, which I read and realize myself, they're talking about a singularity where that Emerald Covenant promises, yes, that we all return. Is that not a singularity or all, like you would say, mass consciousness? Because that's a trigger event. You know it's possible. Could go both ways. So there could be a trigger event, like a certain amount of population reached a threshold, a percentage. It's like the 100th monkey effect. It would spread throughout the consciousness, throughout the DNA, which is memory, for the future form. And no, I mean, it would happen because you're dealing with the DNA and the collective consciousness of your tribe, you could say, your shield, your tribal shield. Even animals have their own shields. They're all morph fields, crystals, morphogenic fields within the Earth's morphogenic field. There's going to have individual morphogenic fields. I've heard Ashiana always abbreviates, not always, but she abbreviates the word to morph, which I think is actually cool. So you have the planetary morph field. So, and then the planet, the Earth, there's giant, the greater fields, morph fields, like see, this is all part of the Partakai physics. That's why I explained it earlier to give you a reference point. And you guys can study this material. I actually recommend it. It's not like I'm getting paid or I don't even care for that. I'm just sending you to Ashiana because, man, she's the Master Templar. We're like, we're like part of this, and, part of this communication from the Guardians. So, I speak this. I resonate with it. I feel strongly that I'm part of this because of the experiences I've seen and had. So, and I know some of you will have the same type of feeling. I love you guys. What's going on, homies? Garin. Yeah. And I want to say, I feel in my own, like, I would say, I'm feeling like an acceleration happening. Like, it must be a feeling of when the vibration changes. That's sort of like time travel. You're speeding things up, you're slowing things down, depending on your consciousness. And I truly believe that there's this bifurcation that's going to happen in our lifetime. Consciousness is going to go two ways. Okay? When you start going into, you would say, more and more control on the planet. That is when this is forcing this to happen. More and more control, more and more control. When you know it's more and more and more control, it's around the corner. So, it's not about surviving in some underground bunker either, okay? I mean, I'm not against it, go for it, but you're not escaping anything. So, just realize that you have your free will, and guess what that comes with? That comes with responsibility, that comes with consequence. Because there really is an original intention. And when you go against that original intention, it has some type of consequence. It does something to your energy. It's an effect. And in the reverse, when you align yourself to light, well, there's a effect to that, which is good. So, I want the light effect, man. I want to do the love. This is what I'm doing in the hologram. This is what my being says I'm doing in the hologram. You want to play your little dark games, witchcraft games, occult games? Okay. I'm still here, shining light. We're shining light. But I don't see myself, you guys. I'm refreshing the page. Good, I'm glad some of you came back. Because I know my connection does that sometimes on my live. You guys notice it happens like 5 minutes to up to 10 minutes, like that. Sorry, but we got through it. All the hardcore regulars stayed. Garin, Candace! So happy to see you, sister. We're all like, when we get near each other, we heal each other. We need to stick together because we heal each other. Let's heal each other. What's up? And you guys, my beloveds, those who care about me, can you guys please pray to have wonderful, brilliant, healed lungs. Healed lungs. It's healed. It's healed. It feels wonderful. It feels bright. It feels light, white light. It feels good. It tingles. It's playful. It's loving. Oh yeah. See, you gotta use consciousness. Jason, what's up? Yeah, thank you, Randy. I want to say that I want to probably leave within 45 days from here. I don't know if that's possible, maybe 2 months, but I would like to finally get out on my own, so I'm getting my truck vehicle ready to be, like get the insurance and registered. Because I basically came here when I was homeless, and I couldn't do nothing with the motor vehicle, man. So I stopped driving, literally. I have to get rides or walk, and I actually like walking now because it's part of my lung detox to get some aerobic activity. Realistically, I should be really jogging fast or something, doing some burning yoga type of techniques or something that just burns inflammation. That's what this is. This is inflammation from smoking. And it's weird to me because I'm not like a hardcore smoker, but I guess it doesn't matter. I would only you would say one of my a worst day scenario would be if I smoked 4 puffs. If I smoked 4 puffs in a whole day. Seriously. So when I started having this problem, I would break it down to 1 puff a day. And so it's inflammation. It's inflammation, and I didn't abuse smoking, but for some reason I got it. And so hopefully that's what it is, right? Because, you think about when this whole... I can't even see this hashtag. I don't want to use that hashtag either. This whole world problem happened a few years ago. So, anyways, I can tell that it's from smoking because when I stopped it, I felt relief. And then, but I can't sleep when that happens, man. That's the only reason why I need the 1 puff. Not because I want to get high or something, but because it helps me it truly helps me sleep every single time. Because there's times I'll sit there and try to go to sleep until 4 in the morning. I say, okay, that's my limit. 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning is my limit. I'm taking 1 hit real quick, and then I go to sleep. So it's medicine in that way. And then another way, it truly helps your consciousness, man. If you're on this path, you're doing stuff like mushroom for your salad. You're doing mushrooms for your salad. And you're doing something like this. And you're trying mugwort. And you're doing, different stuff. Because you're on a conscious awakening. And you're developing yourself through meditation and breath work. Not only just medicine, obviously. And it's not like you use it as a crutch. It's something to get you experienced in feeling consciousness in a heightened state. And you learn so much from that. You bring it back. You bring that visions, you bring those sensations back to your waking state, you could say. I would say even try to record it. Or even the audio only if you want. You can get apps on your phone or get a camera going. Who cares? Whatever you want. And then you can see yourself in an altered state, in a more intelligent... you really feel... In my head, I feel like literally my head goes out like that. I feel it like that. I can be I'm more aware of more stuff. Like you know the difference because your mind sucks when it goes back to only little bit. You feel like, dude, come on, back to this. You were like liberated from the body a little bit more. That's all. It's a little bit more. And I say liberated because when you have less and less and less of a body, you're more evolved. More body means less evolved. See, from the human's point of view, you seem, I am the real being. When you're actually, it's the opposite. You're the least real. If you want to call it real, like in reference to physicality, it's still not really a good word to use, right? Real, because we're all real, right? But you know, physical, solid, is an indication of less evolved. The less solid you are, the more evolved you are. Until eventually you have no manifest form. And you're simply consciousness who can shapeshift into whatever you want. I've seen these beings, man. I've seen these archangels. And I've also seen times where we were standing next to each other without fighting. Like it was a neutral zone. There's neutral zones. That's what I'm aware of. Where they can't harm you and you don't do anything to them. And I don't feel danger from them when I see them there. I know for some reason, they can't do what, you know, it's a true neutral zone. Like sanctuary, I guess. Kind of like, I remember when I used to play this World of Warcraft game, or no, EVE Online game. It's like a space simulation where you're playing a spaceship and you go into other star systems through stargates. You jump stargates. It's not going to different dimensions in the game. You're going to different time space. You can do time space. It's not so impressive, but that's only horizontal. You want to go vertical, vato. You want to evolve into another gate, another dimension, not just another place in space-time in the third dimension. I mean, you could do that too, but, you know, that's what these beings, these dark illuminated ones are doing. Like, it's so impressive. It's not impressive, dude. They're going in time, space, and within our reality. Remember, you saw in my diagram, you go all the way up from 22,000 BC, beyond the year 4000 AD. That's our freaking Iwego cycle that we're in. Machiwa. Some of it's not just verbal. Other times it's a true freaking flow, dude. And I know that this is you know, just one level of you. You have your red auric field is this very close to your body. It's like the closest one in, but then you go out, you keep going out farther, and so everything is happening within arm reach. All realities, all beings, everything is happening right here in one space. This is how consciousness works. That's how the multiverse works. It's all frequencies happening in the same space. But remember, like the diagrams like this, when you go from a different density, you change angle and speed. And then you'll change angle and speed again and again a few times until you have all dimensions and all holographic universes in the same space. That's why you can have also you and your doppelganger, because there two are at different angles in particle spin. So it's actually fascinating. Before, when I first got into galactic science and I learned Cathara, I got certified in Cathara, and I remember doing the hands-on stuff and all that. You have a partner, and yeah, you learn all that basic stuff. You learn some of the, definitely you want to learn sliders techniques, and then you use your own discernment. If you want to learn Ashiana's new information, you check, you be your own decide for yourself. And so we're learning these mechanics, right? And then we're able to accelerate your spiritual ascension process, because this should normally take, a couple more thousand years naturally. But, and maybe you only have a few more lifetimes, but for most of the part, you would say this is our last incarnation. So, I mean, you can't really assume, right, that you're going to have more time. So the reason why the Guardians are bringing us accelerated ascension mechanics, which is truly a science. It is complex, but you start somewhere, start at the beginning, work your way up. Like I said, Kalanta. Whatever happened in the tribe shield, whatever happened, right? Kalanta still works. You understand Partakai and you understand the Cathara. You can still make changes in your ascension. You can make development. I'm not of the idea that you're trapped here when you're doing your spiritual work and you're working with other guardians. I mean, up there who have the spaceships, who can go through a 2 density, who can go to Tara, who you're in the buffer of the UFO, if you want to call it that still. These are mechanics that you realize, because I believe, just like they're not going to go against your free will. Well, you're the one who has to send out the invitations. You're the one who has to start trying to connect to your soul level. And one of the ways is through the blue flame technique that I'm teaching. You want to go through the blue flame, which is the 5th dimensional energy. We want 5 chakra vatos. That's not the whole cabizzle, is that what you call it? That's not the whole caboodle. That's important though. It's required. Like when you go to the motor vehicle department of motor vehicle or whatever, you're required to bring this and that and that and that. So one of the requirements is a 5th strand. What's up? So it's more than just being good. Being good is good. But not only do you need to do more stuff, you need a Merkaba. How are you going to travel? Do you know how to do a Merkaba? So, do you know how to slide? Here's another reference. Go to Ascension Glossary. The Ascension, not the Ascension. It's just AscensionGlossary.com. So I'm not getting any paid advertising for that. I simply say, hey, check out my sister Ireland Clark. Check out Lisa Renee. And you be discerned. Remember, my material, even Ashiana's material, any of our material, is at your discernment. The only thing I would say is, hey, make sure you're following the law of one. And that's not even, that's still your free will. You decide that. But at the beginning is, if you can understand that you're God, you can love yourself and know that, and love others. If you know that you're God and all are God, hello. Now, as simple as that is, it's not simple. People are so conditioned here, right? We think so badly of ourselves. You guys, that is a black magic spell. That you're casting on yourself. But hey, you're not damned. Change that. Try a different pattern. And that's what this information is. Okay? It's originally called, you would say, the whole system, because Ashana will call part of a science, part of it Kalantic science. She'll call part of it Kathara, some of it Sliders, or Tantri Ahura. But realize all of this is called the Maharata. And so the Maharata is the Lyran word for the innerchristos. And so this, it doesn't matter really, you can just still Google Ashanadine Kilanta, Ashanadine Kathara, whatever you want to learn, right? Or maybe a certain workshop. I was at the Phoenix workshop, the Sliders Phoenix workshop. I was at that one. That was 2010, right after the Carrie Cassidy interview. So I was there live. Maybe I'm on tape. I don't know. Because they show the audience sometimes. I never found it, or I wasn't trying to find it. But anyways, yeah, there's some things you want to learn. and I do a lot of the basic stuff because there's so many people in 3D that need it. Like a bridge. It's a bridge to Ashana's material. I am trying to simplify, hey, the multiverse, the parallel universe, the phantom dimensions, 15 chakras. I'm trying to break that down for you. So, much respect to you guys for being on a spiritual journey. You're awesome. Yeah. And I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I've been told that, literally. So, that's fine. I don't need to be. Well, cool, yes. Blessings. Blessings from the Guardian Alliance. Machua. I know it'll be as easy as go jogging every day, but man, I gotta get myself there. I gotta do some baby steps that lead up to jogging every day. I would love to have a treadmill. I just can't have a treadmill in this space that I'm in. It'll all come together, and I believe that. That's why I'm starting with my motor vehicle, which is already a nightmare, because I'm coming from Las Vegas, and I'm not gonna call it a nightmare. It's just an experience, a challenge, that I'm forced to do all this stuff just to have the, Anyways, and plus you have to pay insurance and all this, and wow. Like the cell phone. I don't need a cell phone, but apparently I do because they don't accept VoIP calls, phones, numbers. So you're forced to borrow someone's number, but why do you want to put the grievance on someone, family member, when it's, then they're going to get spam calls or whatever, So you got to deal with getting a freaking phone number. Okay. So you find something, and then you find out you want to get the cheapest one because you don't really need a phone number, but you do. And then so I find this Mint SIM card, $15. Okay, $15. Oh, then I find out my phone, my iPhone is freaking SIM locked to AT&T or Cricket or whatever. Dude, why are you locking my phone so I can't use it for however I freaking want to? Oh well, some people have a plan to pay off their phone, I guess. Okay, but this is 2 years ago. Why isn't it automatically drop off some status? I have to go through hell. I'm still not through the hell. There's so many people saying how to break this or change this or call this, do this. Dude, I have to physically go to the store. Now they're going to try to obviously sell me something when I already got this $15 card. You ain't coming close to $15. No, thank you. But now I got to go to a store. I'm sorry. Because they have the power to stop me from using it. You take out the phone, you take out the SIM card, you can't put another SIM card in. And without a SIM card, oh, guess what? The phone doesn't work. It's stuck in a mode of registration, or it's stuck in a mode you can't use it. Man, maybe you know, some of you know all this. I didn't know this shit. I had to experience it lately. Joy. Not to mention the joy of the motor vehicle. That's a spiritual journey, man. It's testing your energies. It's testing your vibration. And now you got to go into this control system. Like, if you want to live like and have the opportunity to do stuff like drive, if you don't do this, then you can't drive legally. So you're forced. You know, there's certain things they'll try to force that you won't do, obviously, but come on, dude. It's all part of some... And then you learn all kinds of stuff. You learn that, whoa, dude, they have all this information on the computer, and they're able just to... Here, oh, no, that costs $50. Oh, you gotta buy a new phone. Oh, your phone's locked. What? Yeah, it's locked. Because of you, asshole. I'm not buying your phones. I'm not buying your service. Unlock my freaking iPhone that I paid hundreds of dollars for. Some of you pay thousands of dollars, right, for your iPhone. But they're going to control you to go somewhere else and pay only $15. They want to charge you quadruple that. So in the multiverse, there's these scams. Sorry. So, sorry guys, let me show you the multiverse. How that? But maybe we should get lit first. Maybe we should get lit and then show you the multiverse. What do you guys think? Oh, 33 again. We're back to 33. But that's cool. That's the second time I saw 33. Crystalla! That is sound, vatos. Brandy Bowen. I'll check it out. Freedom Phone. No, seriously, like in my journey though, it's Spirit is bringing me these ideas like privacy. Knowing how to be invisible by being private. Take your privacy back. When you listen to like, I can't even say these hashtags, man. The guy that's called Snow and he lives in this den. You know, he tells you all this stuff. And then you start learning it and like, whoa, dude. Even when your phone is turned off, it can still be, you know, collecting, sending, downloading, uploading. I don't want to talk political, but this is journey that I went through the past week. Holy cow. It's like Spirit is bringing all this stuff and you become aware of this stuff that's harming you. When you become aware of it, you guys, and you make yourself free of it, you transmute it out of your life, you know, protect yourself from it in your life, it empowers you instead of disempowers you now. And if you think about all this sci-fi stuff that comes out of this control, like nanos and stuff, I'm talking politically, but you know what I'm saying? Think about that stuff. As a spiritual person, we have to think about that stuff, you guys. It's not like you're a conspiracy this and that. We're saying that, hey, you look at the signs, and maybe some of these people are saying something that you should check out. Honestly, before I started getting into the spiritual area, I went through Alex Jones first. You gravitate. If you're a guardian or a starseed, that will take you in that direction of truth, of wow, there's a spiritual. See, you see the things behind the conspiracy theories. You will see literally the spiritual level of it. You're involved in the spiritual level. So you went from Alex Jones to Ashian Dean, and now you're learning freaking Maharata shields or Maharic shields, and seeing these visions of these guardian races. That's my journey. I went from inherently just wanting to know truth, and even if you can't tell all of it right away, your essence, your very DNA, your soul level is seeking truth and light. And then in this seeking, you find out a bunch of bullshit truth and light. That there's pitfalls, there's landmines out there, that you have to develop a discernment in this truth and light. That you have to somehow, some way, like, get through all of it safely. Because you could fall into some reverse code, some fallen teachings that you don't know. It sounds like it's wow. You know, just like religion dupes billions of people. Wow. Guilt and fear, subservience, blind worship. Put down women. Why not? You know, why not? You know, what do you call to animals and plants? You know, abuse them, or you would say suffering of these beings. This is consciousness that you deal with. That it's possible to de-evolve into a lesser DNA. If you realize that you turn off a strand of your DNA suddenly, whoa, you're a different shape, a different, normally you would say a different race. In this regard, you could become a plant or an animal. No, I haven't gone through the workshops that say that. But realize that when your DNA suddenly becomes fragmented, because that's what happens when you fall. It becomes fragmented into the junk DNA. You fall again, you lose another DNA strand. You're not human anymore. So, and it goes the opposite direction. You gain DNA, you ascend, you grow your DNA. Then you're doing the opposite. You're becoming a greater alien, a greater consciousness, a greater race. So it's pretty freaking amazing. Spirituality is like science fiction, man, but even greater, right? Because a lot of us are into science, sci-fi. I am. I love it. I love anything that talks about more evolved shit than just planet Earth. There's more. There's more out there. You just know it. You feel it. And even if you don't understand what's real, what's not, like all that stuff about the moon, hello, or the sun, or hey, what's going on in the war, or what's going to happen when this president might come back. You know, all this stuff. It's like complex, right? It's not like a drop in the bucket. It's not easy being light. Dealing with assholes all the time, you know. I'll go get lit, but I shouldn't smoke, you know. That's what I'm trying not to do. But I'm doing my live, so I guess you know it's okay. So yeah, we're gonna do one. Wait, what time is it? Yeah, it's still early enough. So we're still talking about the multiverse. Don't worry. I want to like go through some of your questions and also show you the diagram. You'll see the diagram right now, actually, but I'll start the lecture from it so you can visualize a little bit better, and then go back to me and more questions, because it is a technical conversation, but it's still very interesting because it has to do with our consciousness and the different realities that we're going to go through. So it's exciting. I'm glad you guys are here with me talking about the multiverse. And when you go online and look for multiverse, it's going to be something very unique. So have some just deal have some open mind, and maybe you just might have some activation. Because what we talk about is that you're an awakening person who's going through activations because you're gathering, kind of like, let's say you're listening to all these videos, right, and different people speaking. Well, that's like opening what you already know, activating. Well, if it's truth, it's opening your DNA, your memory, and then when you start shifting more focus into a spiritual development, then you get more faster. And you could say that's a simplified way of saying we're going to take many lifetimes to ascend into one. Consider this, assume it could be your last incarnation. So we talk about how it's 144 lifetimes, but hey, maybe this is the 144th one. Machiwa. Makaya. It is a cycle. I'm going to show you guys a diagram, but obviously I didn't open it, of course. But when you realize the time matrix, you start to have a little bit more respect for this. I have two of the same diagram, okay. Let me show you this diagram and then I'll get lit. That means I'm going to go smoke something once. I mean, in 60 seconds I should be back. Or like a minute and a half, sometimes. And if Candace is still here, some of you are very talkative like Candace. It won't be boring. Here's the diagram. So I think I switched it, right? There's the parallel particle. I think I did show you this already once, so it's not like a surprise, right? This time I'll keep it a little bit expanded out. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, vatos. You're so badass. What's up, gangsta? Yeah. Starman. Thank you, man. Tell me how it feels. Okay, man. I'll be right back. Yeah, you guys have to remotely send your hi. Send me your live, vatos. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I'm cool. I'll be right back, guys. I love you. I'm gonna miss you even when I go outside real quick. One second. Or just a few. Come on.
You said hi. Sure. done already?
No. Alright guys, sorry about that. It's all gonna be okay now, so sorry about that. Let me just turn this back on, baby. What's going on? Yeah. What's up? My cuts, yeah. Yeah. We make sure we got it going on. Yeah. Indigos with open D6? Yeah, that would be a downstep. That's what we do. Guardians downstep. And actually, there's like a little bug flying around. As long, yeah, it's not a mosquito, so. Anyways, they downstep, or I wanted to say that indigo type 1s, they do something called walk-in braiding. So apparently all indigo type 1s are walk-ins. So I think some of those transitions are near-death experience. I know that I was in an accident. I can't say it was a near-death experience, but I had lost my memory for 24 hours. I didn't even know my girlfriend. What the hell? But it came back. What is that? I'm not sure, because I have to say that I have a memory. I have a memory of the paramedics helping me. And I remember me asking them, is everyone okay? That was what I asked them first. I didn't care about myself. I was like I was worried. I was concerned. Like, is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? I don't know. Was I walking? I don't know. I don't know how that works exactly when it comes to do the memories carry over, or what? Is it new memories or both? It's I think it's, you should be able to remember the other person's life. Because think about it. It's not like it's deleted from the body's DNA. It's going to be in the body's DNA. As you live in the hologram fields, you're bringing in the conscious. You're bringing that consciousness is being recorded. You would say live. Well, you would say when you go back to your morph field, it's added to the morph field, and then the new incarnations are coming in with that memory. So you guys literally have all your lifetime memory inside your DNA. Available. Not like it's impossible, maybe hard, if you were to do that in one life. But that's what our teachings are about. Ashiana Dean's teachings are about an accelerated ascension in one lifetime, which is possible. It's not like it's impossible. It just really means you have to devote yourself full time. Just, I would say at the most basic, make sure to be vibrating like genuinely, not like an act. If you're going to be light, truly be it. And that's just between you and your own development. Because think about it. Let's say you're not always light, really, and you like to be mean or negative sometimes. It's not like you're fooling. Sure, you could be fooling other people, but realize that's part of your ascension capacity. We truly, genuinely have to come to non-judgment and just simply loving brothers and sisters, knowing that they can be wrong, you could be wrong. When I say wrong, you can't be wrong when you're law of one, but you know what I'm saying. You could say what the Guardian law raw material says. They like to use the word distortion. Well, so does Ashiana. It's distortion. Still God, but distortion of God. Okay? Because that's what God downstepping is. God downstepping, or some of it falling, is, it's like God forgetting. That strand of DNA is memory, but then it becomes fragmented into junk DNA, dormant. Okay? Well, that's memory. God made it this way to happen. It's kind of like you programmers, you create a program specifically to do a certain thing. Well, in this creation of God, when you fall in your consciousness, you could say it's kind of like a consequence, karma, whatever. You do that. Well, you fall into a lesser world. Like, whoa, this sucks. Worse than that. And then you keep on doing the same things. Well, the creation is going to make you go drop into a lower world until you get your learn your lessons and go back into the multiverse, higher up instead of lower down. Falling is going farther down the multiverse. You want to go up. There's incentive. You become more powerful, more energy, greater consciousness. Hell yeah. That's what most people have genuinely awakening is your like literally expanding. Your energy is your consciousness, and it's getting better and better. Well, your consciousness is getting more and more greater until you are those higher selves. And each one, think about it, is a higher self to you here. You want to go to the higher levels. And the most blessed gift is, it's such a huge improvement. To us, it will be like heaven. Imagine some place that's so freaking amazing to have a new body. That's the first thing that you're going to notice. You have a new, perfect, beautiful, immortal body. If it stays youthful and perfect from not dying, no disease and stuff, it's perfect form. Life and living is enjoyable, more better than here, where there's suffering and pain and disease and whoa. When you get sick, you're miserable. When you have to feel pain, you're miserable. It's like a trap. We're living in this suffering when you don't have these things up there, guys. You have different lessons, right, as a soul being, but it's more complex because you're a collective of selves, perceived individuals. And it's just awesome when you incorporate those levels of oneself into yourself. Just raising your chakra, man. For real, guys. That topic is never gonna go away. I mean, to understand the stuff, it comes down to these chakra. But, you know, all those things, it's a sophisticated system, because what is the chakra? It's a star. AKA Merkaba. AKA a sun. AKA a stargate. Alright? And more, because it also represents the dimension of reality. It represents a specific extraterrestrial. Well, some of them are terrestrial, called earth seeds. Some of them are extraterrestrial. So, I don't know. When you realize these other parts of us and you and the earth, then life is freaking brilliant, right? You want to learn more so you can have more brilliance, yeah? So, it's like a spiritual evolution. While we think it's just apes becoming people, it's much more greater than just people. Humans. And hello, no one needs to give you proof. And no one needs to, you do this yourself. No one can do it for you. Only you can manifest your DNA, your chakra. No one can cheat for you, and so you can ascend. You know, it's physics. Not even a spiritual thing, really, but it is. You know, it's basically, whoa, I can't go to heaven because I don't have my DNA. What kind of bullshit is that? Right? Holy ones, this is the physics, this is the creation, this is what we're going through. Machua. And remember this one concept. The one concept is you're 1/12 of your true self. You're experiencing this embodiment, you call it, but it's only 1/12 of your true, full, complete self. And when you consider 12, well, there's you and 11 others, that's 12 together. Well, wow, dude, I'm not a complete being? Well, yeah. Remember, you're the fourth dimensional astral consciousness. You're the thought. You're the awareness, not the body. That's a different vibration. You can see something vibrating at this level, but you don't see the mind, the consciousness. But obviously, you're experiencing it. It's real. Just because it's invisible doesn't make it not real. So this is real. Even though it's a hologram, it's tangible. Tangible is a point of view in the hologram. Not everything is tangible, physical. Not everything has atoms. Eventually you turn into antimatter. Not the same as the anti-universe, anti-particle universe. Anti, A-N-T-I. This is ante, A-N-T-E. So the antimatter is what has fission, creating our levels of reality. What's up? So we're this like, Wakuya, holy ones coming in again. We're holy ones coming in again. Because we did this before, you know. But we're doing it again. Because we're angelic. We got that archangelic love going on. Yeah, man. What's up? Okay, guardian love. See the little heart emojis going up. Guardian love. What's up, Vatos? Guardian love. Say it with me. Guardian love. What's up, Indigo? Give me 5. Yeah. There's going to be people impersonating me in the future, and they're going to be doing what I just did right there. It's a prediction. It was a vision. It's weird. No, not in a mean way. As in a respect way, like a personation way. Is sometimes... Well, I don't mean in a negative impersonation, like the dude on Instagram. I mean... You know, like a kind, like a, hey, we love you, but hey, we're teasing you, you know. Morkaya. So, some of you are saying, I'm going to do that so I can be the prophecy. Do I have any more tea, honey? No? Oh yeah, remember it was too sweet anyways, right? I feel good. Come on, man. Let's raise ourselves in this multiverse, okay? Let's get a little bit higher. Take your consciousness from fourth dimensional astral. Remember, your body is always one dimension lower than your consciousness. Consciousness is higher, and it's in a higher astral level. The human tribe shield, the human race, are a fourth dimensional consciousness having a three-dimensional embodiment. The consciousness, your thought, your energy, is indwelling this body since the fetal integration process. You obviously believe in a soul of sorts, so the soul comes into the baby fetus. Okay? So now the alien, well, hybrid human, now can be born into your world. Hello, Indigo. Hello, Starseed. My camera just went out. So let me put the diagram back on real quick. Starseed Vatos. Much respect to you guys. Much respect. Let's have the Christos hug, man. Christos hug. I love you, Vatos, in the house. Are you in the house? What's up, man? What's going on, baby? Baby. Oh, maybe I should put the battery in, huh? That would help. We got it going on. We know what's up. Let's make love, not war. Let's have starseed sex. Come on. You know, baby. You know you want it. Let's do it. I guess it must be pretty cool when you both have your third eye open. Stop being naughty, Davian. I'm sorry. What? No way. Don't give me this problem now, Vatos. Wait. I have to push properties and fix this issue. So, they're not gonna mess with this. They're not messing with us, Vatos. We know what's up. I know what's up. You know what's up. What's up? Man, I don't know what's up, dude. Maybe it's just this, I'll try it again. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. I'm able to do this sometimes. But maybe since it's alive. right, so I guess you guys, I can't use the camera, but that's okay. We have a dope necklace, Davian. Oh, I have a. Thank you, by the way. I have one that's amber, the large one. The other necklace is my tiger's eye necklace. So those are stones. I'm trying to find like a turquoise, but I know that's so expensive because they charge by the gram for a turquoise stone. I would love to have a beautiful turquoise around my neck because I feel really close to the blue flame color, which is turquoise, by the way, pale turquoise. The blue flame, pale turquoise. Elohai. So this is the hologram matrix multiverse. It's called the time matrix, and we realize it as God that is projecting himself into this hologram, and this is just an aspect of God, nothing more, nothing less. It's God comes in and creates these blue flame, gold flame, violet flame collectives. And each collective creates ET races, alien races in density 4. That's where you could say life really started to become manifest. Because basically these creators, flames, because they're in the primal light fields, these are thermoplasm beings. These are hot plasma. Okay? And this is part of who we all come from. You originate from here. I mean, besides God, this is the highest level of yourself in the hologram. You're from one of these. Ashiana has told us that you will actually live in all of these, but you're going to be coming mostly out of one of them. This is what people call the violet flame, the gold flame, and the blue flame. This is the Christed level. This is our DNA, the human DNA goes up to this. And remember, you got a doppelganger over here. Your parallel avatar. What a trip, right? You're a complex being, baby. And then you have your archangel self, which is basically just the middle ground. Still babies. Little kids. And then you got the souls. That's what you are. That's what humans are. We're souls, 4D, consciousness, having a 3D experience. What a trip, right? This is your chakra. You got reference to your chakra. And you want to get to dimension 4 or dimension 5. Well, there's the color of your chakra you work on. This is a macrocosm of the microcosm. Macro Templar of the micro Templar. This is your body Templar and the universal Templar. And don't forget, there is the cosmic Templar. And the Guardians are bringing us badass spiritual knowledge. This is part of what we're part of, the multiverse and the anti-multiverse. Because these are 5 over here too. 5 levels of density matter, but just in a different particle spin. And, this is actual reality fields that we all go through, develop through progressively. Different levels of Earth called adjacent Earths. Then there's some situation with inner Earth. So, and you're not even done there at Gaia. Most New Agers don't even know of Tara. Only Gaia, which is kind of distorted. Because Tara comes first. And you're like putting Gaia way down here when it's not. It's way in the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimensional reality. So some of you can go beyond your 7th chakra, your crown. But if you're feeling your crown, realize that you're an archangel, Holy One. If you can feel energy coming out of your crown, that means you're at least, I'm not going to say at your highest level even, but at least you're archangel. I believe I've felt my 9th chakra. I don't really know how to imagine, I guess. I know how to do the Maharata shield, but when you start to think of the chakra that's 6 inches above your head, how do you feel it, right? I mean, you could be asking yourself, how do you feel something that's above your head? Or the 12th one is below your feet. This one is below your feet. It's a pure white star, the Christ star. Now, when you take pure white and dark silver, you create a chrome color, which is the Maharata, which is the 12D, but it's kind of like not completely accurate term, because it's not just 12D. That star is made up of 12D and 11D of the antiparticle. So you got the D, you get the pure white 12D particle with the antiparticle 11D. And those two currents together make the Merkaba star that looks like chrome. It's called the liquid light. A form of, obviously it's called hydroplasm, so it's a form of plasm. I'm not saying it's, what the hell? I'm not saying it's the highest level either, because it's not. I don't know what that is, sorry, I deleted it. There's more levels, and obviously you're going to be wary or have discernment with distortions. Now, I charged the other battery for 5 minutes already, so let me switch it, see if it'll let me talk a little bit longer on camera. But every time it seems I have this problem, it won't let me turn it back on. Once again, when I have my own space, I won't have this issue. Let me turn it off. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Awesome, man. I want to hug some of you, for real. I want a nice hug. Can we hug? Can I kiss you? Alright, let me see if this works, man. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Oh my gosh, dude. Let me turn this off. Turn it back on. So, I don't know how this happens, you guys, because this happens every now and then. They're messing with me, man. What's going on, homie? That's okay. You can be a jerk if you want to. Dang. Are you kidding me? What's up with this thing, man? So, anyways, I hope you guys can find your multiverse and your anti-universe multiverse. Oh, this is just jerk. It won't do it, guys. Sorry. Alright, that's fine. But anyways, if you guys want, I can talk a little bit about the Phantom Universe. The Phantom Universe is still part of our reality. Some of you could have shadow lifetimes lost in here. Parts of yourselves have fallen. And it only has 11.5 dimension. That's because that's as far as darkness has gotten. And I've heard that from Ashiana that some time matrices have been taken over completely by darkness. So if that's true, I'm sure there's some systems that have been taken completely over by light. Of course, right? So we'll learn about some of those other God worlds and other, later down the road. We're first going to learn about the crystal body, morphogenic fields, and we're going to get into the Merkaba and stuff like that. We're going to learn more about our bodies, about our structure. It's part of Ascension. You need to know this mechanics. It's all about the mind, the consciousness, vatos. You go from an incarnate personal logos, individual mind, right? And then you go into a collective mind, the race, a super consciousness. Yeah, man. You're a super consciousness. Then you become the causal, that which is the cause, that which creates, intends. The planetary consciousness, logos. And then the star, well, that's what a sun is, solar, stellar, logos, is galactic. You're at the galactic level consciousness, the meta consciousness. What's up, vatos? Then you're going to graduate, Holmes. Congratulations, carnal. I love you, primo, prima. What's up, familia? Universal consciousness, homie. The blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. This is awesome, man. I love learning this stuff. Sin Master. Go for that cosmic awareness. The cosmic logos. You're awesome. Did anyone tell you that? You're amazing. You're brilliant. Peace to you, vatos. What's going on? Jason, receive. Elixir Vision, says Candace. Laughing her head off. Just feed the pets. Just feed the pets? What? People are waking up. I just went off on an ex-military dude. Wow. Elixirs opening minds. Jason, time is but a dream. You said it, holy ones. And actually, dreams aren't what you think it are. They're like parts of your other selves. What's going on? Notice you're not in full control unless you're lucid. You can get to that mastery level. You can get better at controlling your dream, imagination. What's that? Whoa! I have no idea why this plate just suddenly fell to the ground. Sorry, guys. It kind of startled me for a moment. I wasn't expecting that loud crash, and I'm sure you weren't either. Sorry. Everything's okay, but I was just like, peace and love to you guys. We're going over the matrix diagram, vatos, and it was like, well, damn, are you kidding me? What's up? And notice that in the hologram, in these hollow fields, like we said, it's an illusion. The whole thing's an illusion, but it's meant to, just like virtual reality, it's meant for you to experience some type of reality that's not really a reality. It's non-space. There is no time. It's all frequency, vibration, waveform. And then but when you go into the hologram, into the simulation, there is reference to time, or you could make reference to time in the hologram. So just realize from that reference point, you start way from Actually, I have a better diagram, but I have it open. Machiwa Vato Locos. Much respect. Peace to you, homie. What am I looking for? I went in the wrong folder. You guys are awesome, man. I do this for you, man, really. What's going on? And so it starts with 22,326 BC. So that number was referencing this part on the other diagram. Because there's two time continuums in each dimension. Each time continuum, and I put it on the bigger diagram. See, there's 1, 2, 1, 2. There's two time continuums in each dimension. So I broke it down here where you can see a cycle of this entire thing. I mean, within this spheres is 26,556 years. 26,556 years. You're going to live 144 times. Fatos. And as a psychic person, you can start to become aware of these other selves. Right? What's up, homie? Let me get this other diagram. Because we can start to connect to our higher selves, you know? What's going on? Are you kidding me? I guess they're going to give me some problem. Alright. So I go to... I don't back down. Christos avatar, man. What's going on, homies? I made this diagram and it doesn't want to show me itself. Or it's like, huh? Are you kidding me? No, we're not. I don't know if this is it. I can't tell. Oh, it is it. Okay. I wanted to show a visual how you live these lives. And this is just one soul. Remember that you have 12 souls and each of them does this? So if you take this times 12, then that's why you have 144. But this little guy, this soul, is the one putting souls, these incarnates here. So you're like one of these, that's all. I mean, down here, you're just one of these. Just one guy, girl. Living in different time periods. See, you lived here around this period. Around here, 17,000 BC. You lived here as a boy, as a girl, in these time periods, and then these periods, and these periods. And that's just one soul that has 12 of you. You're one of these 12. Well, remember, you're really this one, the 4D astral. You're the 4D astral having 12 of you. Right now, you're experiencing one around here. You're in this time zone, almost like close to here. So, is this your last incarnation? Because look, you're getting to the last one. It started way back here. You're getting to your last one. What year will it be? So, and if you want to know where Inner Earth starts, it starts around here, 5336 AD, which is going to be after Ascension into the fourth dimension at this point. It's such a trip, right? Because what we're talking about, some people will not have to die because guardians in spaceships will be able to get you past this threshold. This is called a magnetic repulsion zone right here. You can't get to this side unless you go through a portal. And you can't go through a portal or a Stargate Actually, I meant Stargate. You can't go through a Stargate without getting the strand of DNA. So if you want to go to the fourth dimension, for example, you have to have your heart chakra activated completely. If you want to go to the fifth dimension, same thing. You have to get the fifth strand complete. Which is way in our future, man. Damn. $21,000 AD is the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension is right here. The sixth dimension is way in the future. What the hell is life like so far in ahead? Well, for one, it's called the angel level. Angelic. And angel level. Celestial. And remember, you guys are crystal silicate. That doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense, but this is not. This is crystal silicate. Sorry, this one is carbon silicate, carbon crystal. So, I thank you guys for being here, Vatos. What's up, holy ones? How you doing, Vato locos? Kisses. All the pretty girls. Since I'm a boy, I just want kisses from girls. Sorry. Jess. Greetings, Holy One. Thank you, Jazzy Gems. Oh, I've seen Cloud Atlas. I love that. Oh no, that's with Halle Berry and Tom Hanks, right? I love that movie. That was a good movie for reincarnation. It has a future life too. It's cool. Yeah, Jazzy. Jason. Girls. I like girls too. I know, I'm sorry. I have to figure out why this happens. Because it's happening too often. I mean, I could start a new live, but then I would lose all of you and half of you might come back. I don't know. But it is 8:30. But let me show a little bit more of the diagram for you guys. Because we might as well take advantage of this time to show the diagram, right? So the multiverse is just a hologram field, but it's not just saying that it means nothing, but it's an experience of Creator. It's an experience of God, and it's all these different races of beings, and some of them you are worshiping. Some people are anyway. Jehovah, Jehovian, fallen Anu Elohim races, Jehovian Anunnaki races, the Nephilim, which is even mentioned in the Bible, this race, alien race. And one thing you guys need to hopefully realize is that Atlantis, a period of time or a group of people, are the Egyptians. You would say, when you talk about the races, well, there's something called sub-races. And then within the sub-races, you have families. So you could say one of the sub-races of Atlantis was Egypt. The Egyptians are part of Atlantis. What a trip, right? This is also why, including the Hebrew, they have a very unique DNA. They have what do you call starseed DNA. So that's why, compared to, let's say, an Earthseed race, they're much more evolved. You would say in their DNA. I'm not saying all the Hebrews and Jews of now. Obviously we're not living thousands of years like in the Bible, right? Obviously, we have these short lifespans because we don't have that DNA right now. But and all this stuff about the illuminated ones. When I say dark illuminated ones, you guys know who I'm talking about. These people. That's who I mean by dark illuminated ones. Their race is called. They're not completely human. They're called the Anu, which obviously is reference to the Anunnaki overlords. There was a good race called. These guys are also called the Anu Melchizedeks because this was a host matrix race. They were trying to fix the Anunnaki, just like we're Indigo Type 3s are trying to help host matrix. They're healing in an Indigo Type 3. Well, the Anu were like this. They were host matrix to help the Anu become this, get their strands back. But they became dark, and now you got the Templar Anu, which is reference to not a good type of guardian. They're not a guardian. They're representing these fallen overlords. So now that's the blue flame fallen races. These are blue flame fallen angels, fallen angelics. I got this stupid little, I don't mean to say that, it's not nice. I got this little buggy flying around. Anyways, these are fallen angels of the blue flame. Then you got the reptilians and such, who are the fallen ones of the gold flame. Remember, these are actually, if we want to talk about the original planet, the Jehovians originally, remember, they're Anu Elohim, fallen Anu Elohim. That's what the Jehovians are. So they're actually part blue flame, half violet flame. But they're represented in the Emerald Order. So, but they fell. And these Jehovians are now being worshipped. But know that they're not an individual Jehovah. Jehovah is a race, an Anunnaki race, and they actually are the original Anunnaki, the pure Anunnaki, which are hominid dolphin people. On Sirius A, So, and we were trying to fix some of these Nephilim. That's what the Indigo Type 3s are trying to help, which are, messed with the human race. They were giants. Some of you remember yourself as a Nephilim, as a giant. A Nephilim was when they took the Anunnaki DNA and mixed it with an Egyptian Atlantean. This is why the Egyptian period is later in the Atlantean period. We're still got continents, man. We got England, Ireland, Wales, Netherlands, all part of Atlantis. The leftover part of one of the great cities of Atlantis. There's 3 main kingdoms of Atlantis, you could call it. Well, this is the northern kingdom. There's other parts by Sarasota, Florida, and one by the Bermuda Triangle. Well, Bermuda Islands, which is now called the Bermuda Triangle. So it's very curious history, and now you understand why there's a powerful energy coming out of the Bermuda. It's got a historical testimony, man. But the gold flame fallen races are the Omicron dragon moths, and the avian reptilians, and the gray alien type beings, the Zetas, different Zeta regalians and such. Short grays, tall grays, and reptilia. This is all races throughout the metaverse or multiverse. These are fallen races. These are beings that don't like humans. That's why I put them in red. And the chromaton is a powerful being. It's way up in the 11th dimension with the Anunnaki, or the Anu, Elohim, Anunnaki. They're 11th drama. They're the ones that people are channeling, the Andromes. Hello, you're following a high-level fallen angelic race. They're actually beetle people. But they've convinced you that there's some brotherly love type of thing. Not. Then you got the Omicrons, Dragon Moths, and who created the Dracon. If you guys have seen Jupiter Ascending or Rising, whatever it's called, this is what they are. Dino Reptilian, Dragons, Dracon, Dragon. Some of them are good dinosaurs. Some of them are good reptiles. I put that there because some of you are saying, hey, they're not all bad. I know. I put it in my diagram even. Then you got the positive mantis beings and the positive Ceres. This is how we got some bird energy in our DNA. It's because of the Ceres, who are, if you want to break it down, it's this race helped the original human race in I would say in Lemuria. The Ceres came out of Lemuria, man. So the history behind that is that there was the corruption happening in Atlantis called the Templar Solar Initiates. That was these where did I have that word? Illuminate, dark illuminated ones. Is it in this diagram? I can't remember where it's at now. My mind's blank. Anyways, yeah, I know I just screwed up my train of thought. Thanks, Davian. Appreciate it. No problem, man. This is the multiverse, Vatos. And the reason why they call it multiverse, that means more than one universe, is because each matter harmonic, the carbon matter harmonic, which is a trinity of dimensions 1, 2, and 3. This is a trinity of dimensions 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, this is Tara. The next one is Gaia. This harmonic is Armentana, the highest level. Okay, so we're this. We're 12D consciousness. We're trying to bring that in to the 3D, man. We're trying to bring 12D because guess what? What's inside of 12D? Inside the 12D strand, the 12D energy, is all these other dimensions. You have within the 12D. So if you pulled in the 12D current, you're getting all of this to help you, you know, this is what the concept of, to raise some of these energies right now over here, like 4 or 5, you do it by bringing in the 12. Bringing in this, actually it's the, remember the Maharata? It's 12 and D11 and D12, technically, which creates that chrome color. Let me find a picture of that, okay guys? I want to show that. Makaya, Machiwa. What's up, Vatos? Vatos in the house, man. Wait, I know where it's at. What's going on? Makaya. Mashishuta. I guess I'll be finishing up in 10 minutes, guys, so if you want to hang with me. I'm trying to find this picture of what's up, man. Why does this gotta be like this? Oh. We got it. It's coming. It's a coming. This is the color of pure white and dark silver. You're combining these two colors, and technically, remember the 11D is from the antiparticle. I don't have the chakra colors on this side. I guess I'll do that in a future upgrade. On my next version, I will add that. Chakras. Anyways, you try to bring in that color in your consciousness. You get used to seeing it. This is not like perfect, but it's definitely a good example of this energy, consciousness. I love you guys. You're awesome, man. So, while this is colors, this is below your feet. And this shield is 6 inches below that. So that means it's a foot below your feet. Wait, wrong diagram. It's a foot below this. This combined color is a foot below your feet. That's where you see the scalar shield. That's where you see the. It's kind of like a disc of energy below your feet, and it's pretty big, like 6 to 8 feet. A disc, like you're surfing on a surfboard, but it's a round disc below your feet. But it covers like at least a little ground of 8 feet, up to 8 feet. If you want to start visualizing it bigger, go for it, man. You want to start adding more points to your star, add more points, but you'll see this 3-dimensional, and it's something made of this liquid light. Liquid light. Pale silver, liquid light. Not silver, but a pale silver. Softer silver. Pale silver. Machiwa Masultas. Much respect to you, homies. Thank you for watching this lecture today. Well, it's not lecture, you know what I mean. But this is an excellent introduction to what I teach here. I think this diagram, also realize that this diagram is for sale for $5. It's an excellent teaching tool. That's why I made it, so you guys can have a reference for yourself, and you'll get a lifetime, well, I guess you'll be able to have access to the new versions. I plan on adding a lot more to this diagram, this teaching tool, and thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. You're awesome. So sad I can't see you, but hey, I'm talking with some of the crew. I think we're eventually gonna have a Zoom, and I think that sounds like a good idea, right? So I would like to hear you guys talk and see what you guys look like. You just get to see my ugly mug. Sorry. Jazzy Gems. Thank you, sister. So happy to see you. Shining light. Yes. She agrees. So does Jazzy. Shining light. Awesome. Gabriel Walls. Yeah, some of you remember this stuff. Some of you are experiencing paranormal things since you were a kid. I could swear one time one of my toys disappeared. I could swear it, and I was like a toddler. I was only like 1. But I remember it so clearly. It tripped me out, dude. And I couldn't explain it to my parents because I was only 1. I couldn't talk yet. Heaven's superhero. Christina Wetzel. Yes. I'm just playing around. Thank you for backing me up. I used to be pretty, attractive actually. I guess since we're stuck on pictures, I mean, I'm forced to only show pictures. I think I might have my modeling pictures on this drive now. Machiwa. Na 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 na. I love my Chiwa. This is not it. It's not the right drive. What do you think you're doing? You're not tricking nobody, man. What? Why are you doing this, man? What's going on? Okay, so it says Odessa. Damn, that was a long time ago. Oh, I found them. I found my photos. Okay, which photo shoot? One says Assassins, Beach, Beach 2, Business 1, Business 2, Business 3, Business Casual, Business Near Beach, Business Shirts, Business with Elena. Cafe with Elena. How about Cowboy? We got Date Night, Fashion Studio, Fashion Sweaters, Friends, Horse. Oh, there was a beautiful white horse on a beach. Huskies, James Bond, Lamborghini. It wasn't a Lamborghini, but it was a cool car like one. A mechanic. Oh, that's too sexual, but we could do mechanic. I can find a rated G one. Mercedes, Jeep, military. These are all photo shoots. Motorcycle photo shoot. Opera house. Opera fashion photo shoot. Park photo shoot. Picnic. Posh. I guess I used that word back then. Posh. With Elena. Elena's the blonde. Sanitarium. There was some famous place in Ukraine called Sanitarium. That's why it's called Sanitarium. Shangri-La. I think that's also Sanitarium. Studio with Andrew. Studio with Elena. Damn, I did a lot of photo shoots. Right? Tennis photo shoot. Tourist photo shoot. Water studio photo shoot. Weapons Universe photo shoot. Wedding photo shoot. I finally got to W, sorry. Kev? Yeah, you can have some crazy things happening, Bato. Christina says horse. Okay. Horse photo shoot. I guess it's like alright, here we go. I don't know which one to show first. I'll just show anyone, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? This was by the Black Sea. The only thing I noticed is that the horse's eyes was starting to trip me out. Otherwise, it was a cool photo shoot, man. And we did this. We started getting ready when it was still dark. It was like a trip. And then it was finally sunset. So we planned it pretty good. And so you could say some type of journey going on. Nothing bad, just it was a cool photo shoot near the beach. And it was fun and playful. I mean, not all of them went into my portfolio, but obviously, I mean, this photographer would take a whole bunch of photos for me, like hundreds of photos. In America, that would have been ridiculous, but in Ukraine, no problem. Mokoya, I love this. This is one of my photographers. She had a different style than the other guy, so there's different lightings. But I just loved it because it was so cool by the ocean waves, and it was all improv. It wasn't planned or nothing. You just start doing, you know, poses, and there you go. I guess some of it was getting the sunrise and as it was coming up. And the horse was cool though. I love the white horse. Okay, yeah. It was kind of cool. I like the experience. Let me see. I think we got the sunset. This is over the Black Sea. So and it was summertime in Ukraine, so it was just right. Your brother Thavian, vatos. Let me find something different. Like, how about military? I like the military one too. Kuchivas. And this is the photographer found some abandoned airplane, and he said it would be an excellent place for a photo shoot. And it was, man. It was cool. I just wanted to try different themes to have different, what do you call, examples of what type of appearance or character I wanted to try out for. So I made sure I had a variety of different poses and stuff. It was fun too. I liked it. It was like 4 of us out there, 4 or 5 of us out there. This abandoned airplane, but it was crazy, right? I'm just like tripping out. This is like memories a long time ago. No, seriously, guys. That's why I went to Vegas. I was trying to get into acting. I started doing, what do you call, those movie extras shows. I was in a few movies, like Jason Bourne movie. I was in one of those Jason Bourne movies. I was just in the background, but who cares, right? I got to meet Matt Damon. Like, I worked on the scene with him several parts. I think that's might be it, right? No, it's not it. I think I showed that one already. Sorry, guys. But I'll just do a few more and then I'll let you go. I just thought this was interesting. Well, here's a motorcycle one. This is the guy photographer. He's got a total different lighting, which is cool. This is the motorcycle shoot. And it was a lot of these girls were really cool. Like, not like snobby or nothing. They were just really cool to hang out with. So it wasn't like boring on the set and stuff, you know. But this guy had good. This was like when the sun was going down. We were still doing this photo shoot. It was a trip. Like, you'll see some. There won't be no sunset. The sunset goes down, but we still keep shooting. I even have videos, but I'm not set up to do that. My OBS is not working right, like it should. So But yeah, there's different stuff going on. Is there any more from this one? I don't think so. Maybe. That was actually my jacket. I used to like those affliction jackets back in the day. I'm like, what? You know, just the word alone, affliction. Anyways, I had to outgrow that, right? Well, here's something called the picnic photo shoot. And the funny thing is, this girl was actually my girlfriend. But, so it wasn't very hard to do it. It was cute photo shoot. Sweet. Like champagne, picnic, blow bubbles. I think we were blowing bubbles or something. Drinking champagne. I don't like that one. I don't know why I did that one. Some of these thumbnails I can't see. Machiwa. We gotta have a Machiwa dance, you guys. Let's have a Machiwa dance. Machiwa. We gotta have a Machiwa holiday, man. I don't even know which photo to do. They're too small. Let me find a different photo shoot. But this girl was really cool girl, man. And for the most part, there was some not nice things, but whatever. Mokoya. Oh, this one is called the sanitarium. Oh no, it's wrong one, sorry. There's a tennis one. And this is a guy model I worked with, so I don't know. I can see these photos better, but he's actually a professional model in Ukraine, and I saw his face on billboards and stuff. But he wanted to do work with me, so we did. It was just simple attire, but we've done business suits and stuff. This is the guy I did business shoots with. And it's just like tennis or whatever. Mokaya. It was interesting. A learning experience for sure, right? That one wasn't an actual photo. It was like in between shots. I'm not really like set up for this, but I thought I would show a few freaking photos, man. Machi. But yeah, in Ukraine they love sushi, so I didn't like sushi that much, but it was right by the Black Sea, so all the girls wanted to eat sushi. I'm like, okay. All right, just one more. Let me see. Ooh, no, never mind. It's not a good one. Oh yeah, the wedding photo shoot. I didn't actually get married, but it was like one of those things, right? I like the business suits, business shoots. That's kind of cool. This is Elena. She was also a professional model. She wasn't on billboards. Well, she was on one billboard. Never mind. We were doing anything. It's like they were just telling us what to do, and we would just do it. And like, what? Yeah, I can't see these very well, so I don't know which ones to do, guys. But what's interesting is to see the videos. The videos are cool to watch behind the scenes. So we did this indoors, but we also like did this outdoors. So that's what was on the beach. So we did outside first and then inside. But this guy had cool lighting, man. I loved the way he did his lighting. But Elena was really cool. There were actually a lot of girls named Elena. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, another Elena, another Elena. Lots of Elenas. Some of these I don't like. I don't like that one. Yeah, I guess some of them were just trying to, different type of characters or whatever, right? For some reason, this photo is not loading. Oh, there it goes. But, you know, it was like fun, part of my life, but also I was. Well, I might as well show at least one of these, and then I'll probably finish it up. Because there was a few sports cars that we did photo shoots on. And so, but this photo shoot became naughty though. So, but this also was my ex-girlfriend, but this is the girl that I lived a whole year with in Ukraine, in her city. I'm trying to find a decent photo though. Because it ended up on a hood and stuff, you know, the photo shoot. Well, let me at least show the car, if I can. There was something called a drifter car, and this person who loaned us the car or wanted to. Oh, no wonder I'm not in the right folder. Damn, dude. I was like, where's all the freaking photos, man? This is Tatiana, and she was actually a little bit taller than me. But it was a hot photo shoot, man. Like, I don't know how it got that way, but it just it was a cool car. And there's a red one. And this is the one I got to take a ride in, man. This guy was drifting on the streets in Odessa. I'm like, dang. Yeah, there's not many more good photos of this shoot. What's up, homies? Oh yeah, I cut her off on that one. I had to have a decent, you know. Well, wait, here's another interesting one. It's cool, man. This one was just fun, I guess. No, I have to show you at least a business one. Let me show you at least a business one. Business near beach, maybe. Business shirts. Business casual. Business casual. Well, maybe the Assassin's photo shoot. Now, that was a cool shoot, man. No, like, real. We were on top of a building at the height. Well, here's, I don't know what this one was for, but I did a lot of shoots with suits and ties and like what? So, and this with this pro model again, man. Not me, I'm talking about the other guy. Mokoya. He actually taught me a lot. Oh, sorry. He actually taught me a lot of this, of the business. There's another, yeah, there's a cool one here. Yeah, I like doing the photo shoots of the suits. It was cool. It was kind of hot though, but still cool. It's just good experience. Alright, you guys. It's already 9 o'clock. But, we'll have more fun next time. Let me, finish up here. Alright, you guys. I'm here every Tuesday, but sometimes I do surprise ones like this. I thank you for being here. You're so beautiful. Look at you. You're awesome. I hope to see you guys soon, and catch me on the flip-flop. Check out my videos. Consider subscribing to this channel. Push the join button if you want to be part of the community. We have a chat. And it's going to get bigger. It seems like some of us are clicking together, and we'll start some, because you got to realize the benefit of hanging around like-minded people, especially like-minded Christos people. And the Christos isn't about, that's just part of my name. Obviously, that's coming from the Christos information, the inner Christos. So please do your guys' research, do your own discernment, realize that it's not always easy, like I mentioned earlier, and to discern out there what's truth, what's not truth. So find your inner light and go by that. I love you guys. Catch you if you want to contact me. There's my email below, my Instagram, my Facebook. DM me if you want. Peace. Love to you, gangstas, spiritual vatos. Namaste, my love. Cool, yeah.